India is a land of rich culture and tradition, having the legacy of great legends being born on this earth of various faculties, may it be science, arts, sports, philosophy, or music. When we talk of music, the talk cannot be completed without the name of Tansen. Hello everyone, I'm Kapila again, giving you a peek into the life of Tansen through this chapter in our book. Let's begin with the reading. You may have heard the name of Tansen, the greatest musician our country has produced. A singer called Mukandan Mishra and his wife lived in the Behat near Gwalior. So Behat is the name of a place which was near Gwalior. Tansen was their only child. So the name of the father of Tansen is Mukandan Mishra. And where did they live? They lived in Behat near Gwalior. It is said that he was a naughty child. Often he ran away to play in the forest and soon learned to imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals. So when Tansen was a young child, very small, he used to run to the forest. This is the story of olden times. So in those days, the children, they would run away here and there, and there were lots and lots of forests and woodlands there. So he would run away to the forest, and within no time, he was able to learn to imitate. To imitate somebody is to copy somebody. So he was easily able to copy the calls, the sounds of various animals and birds, and that also he did very perfectly. A famous singer named Swami Haridas was once traveling through the forest with his disciples. Okay, disciples are followers of the Guru. So Swami Haridas was passing through that forest one day, and there were so many disciples also who were there with him. Tired, the group settled down to rest in a shady grove. A shady grove is where too many trees are there, and under the shade of that trees or those trees they sat down because they were really very tired. Tansen saw them. Strangers in the forest, he said to himself. It'll be fun to frighten them. He hid behind a tree and roared like a tiger. The little group of travelers scattered in fear, but Swami Haridas called them together. Don't be afraid, he said. Tigers are not always dangerous. Let us look for this one. So what happened while they were resting there under the shade of the grove? Tansen saw these people, and because he was a young child and a naughty child, he thought of having fun. So what he did was he roared, he brought out the call of a tiger, that is roaring, and he roared there like a tiger, and all the people there, they ran helter-skelter, they were running here and there, and it was only Swami Haridas who stopped them, who asked them to stop and not fear, and he told them, let us look for this tiger. Who is this tiger? Not all tigers are dangerous, because he must have known that it was not that tiger. Suddenly, one of his men saw a small boy hiding behind a tree. There are no tigers here, master, he said, only this naughty boy. So one of the men, he caught sight of Tansen, and then he told Swami that it was a naughty boy who was making them afraid, who was trying to frighten them. Swami Haridas did not punish him. He went to Tansen's father and said, your son is very naughty. He is also very talented. I think I can make him a good singer. So this is what happened. Swami Haridas did not scold him, did not say anything, because he knew he was really very talented. He could perfectly imitate the calls. So that's the reason why he took the child, he went to his father, and he told that though he is naughty, he can become a very good singer. Tansen was 10 years old when he went away with Swami Haridas. He lived with him for 11 years. Learning music, and became a great singer. At about this time, his parents died. Mukandan Mishra's dying wish was that Tansen should visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. Muhammad Ghaus was a holy man. Mukandan Mishra had long been devoted to him. and often visited him. While living in Gwalior with Muhammad Ghaus, Tansen was often taken to the court of Rani Mrignani, who was a great musician herself. There he met and married one of the ladies of the court. Her name was Hussaini. So this is all what happened. When he was 10 years old, he went with Swami Haridas. He lived with Swami Haridas for 11 years and he learned music. He became a great musician. So now at that time his age was 21. And that was the time when his parents died. And because the parents died, he came back because it was the dying wish of Mukandan Mishra that he should be going and visiting the court of Muhammad Ghaus. And Muhammad Ghaus was a very nice person. He was a holy man. And when he lived there at Muhammad Ghaus's place, he was often taken to Rani Mrignani's court. And why was he taken there? Because Rani Mrignani was a great fan of music. She loved music. And there Tansen met his wife, that was one of the ladies there at the court, and the name was Hussaini. Hussaini also became Swami Haridas's disciple. Tansen and Hussaini had 5 children who were all very musical. Tansen had by this time become very famous. Sometimes he sang before Emperor Akbar, who was so impressed by him that he insisted Tansen should join his court. So Hussaini also became Swami Haridas's disciple. Both of them had 5 children. They were all very good at music, and slowly and gradually Tansen earned a lot of name and fame. He became so famous that he used to perform in front of Akbar also, and Akbar liked his music so much that he kept on insisting, he kept on telling him that he should come and join Akbar's court. He should be the courtier there. Tansen went to Akbar's court in 1556 and soon became a great favorite of the emperor. Akbar would call upon Tansen to sing at any time during the day or night. Quite often, he would just walk into Tansen's house to hear him practice. He also gave him many presents. Some of the courtiers became jealous of Tansen. So now what happened was that Akbar was really very fond of Tansen. But Tansen finally in 1556 he joined Akbar's court. Now he started living there only. Akbar was so fond of his songs that any time he would go to his house and he would listen to him practicing there. Any time he would call Tansen, come and sing for me. He loved the music of Tansen so much, and he used to give him lots and lots of presents and all. And so the other courtiers, they all became very jealous of him. We shall never be able to rest till Tansen is ruined. So what they wanted to do? All the other courtiers who were jealous of Tansen, they wanted to ruin, that is, they wanted to destroy Tansen so that the emperor may give a little bit of attention to them also. They were very jealous of him. They declared, one of the courtiers, Shaukat Mia, had a bright idea. Now see, when you're jealous, you go to any extent. So similarly, in destroying Tansen, they went to the extent of even killing Tansen. And who had that bright idea? It was Shaukat Mia, one of the courtiers there in the court of Akbar, who had that bright idea in the mind. Let us make him sing Rag Deepak, he said. So this is the bright idea, that we would make him sing Rag Deepak. How will that help us? Asked another man. If Rag Deepak is properly sung, it makes the air so hot that the singer is burnt to ashes. Tansen is a very good singer. If he sings Rag Deepak, he will die and we will be rid of him. So see how shrewd he was and how bad he was. He wanted to kill Tansen, and in doing so, he told the other people there that we will ask him to sing Rag Deepak, and he's a very good singer. If he'll sing it properly, the air would become so hot that he would be burnt into ashes, and obviously they would get rid of him. There would be no Tansen and they would become happy. Shaukat Mia went to Akbar and said, we don't think Tansen is a great singer. Let us test him. Tell him to sing Rag Deepak. Only the greatest singers can sing it properly. So now he had an intrigue, he made that plan there, a very cunning plan he made, and he went to Akbar. Emperor Akbar was told by Shaukat Mian that we don't think Tansen is a very good singer, and why don't you ask him to prove that he's a good singer? Ask him to sing Rag Deepak. And obviously, he was Akbar's favorite, and Akbar knew that he would be able to sing that Rag. Of course, he can sing it. Tansen can sing anything. That was the, faith that he had in Tansen. Emperor Akbar knew he could do anything. Akbar said, Tansen was afraid, but could not disobey the king. Very well, my lord, he said, but give me time to prepare myself. Tansen went home. He had never been more downcast and unhappy. So he felt really very bad. Downcast is when you feel really very bad and humiliated, what to do. You don't know. So your spirits are not high. So you're downcast, and he was very unhappy also. Because he knew the reality. If he would sing Rag Deepak, he would die. Anyhow, because he could not disobey the emperor, he asked for some time. That give me some time, let me prepare for it. I can sing the rag, he told his wife, but the heat it gives off will not only set the lamps alight, it will also burn me to ashes. So this was the reason why he was unhappy. He knew that all the lamps which would be there, they would all be lightened up by the song, the raga that he would take. But he knew the reality that he would also be burnt into ashes. He would die. Then he had an idea. If someone sings Rag Megh at the same time and sings it properly, it will bring rain. Perhaps our daughter Saraswati and her friend Roopwati could do it, he said. So now Tansen was also very smart. So he also thought of an idea that at the same time, when the lamps would be burned at the same time, Rag Megh should be sung properly. Then, rain would fall and he would be stopped from being burnt. Right? So he thought that their daughter Saraswati and her friend Roopwati, they could sing the Rag Megh. He taught the two girls to sing Rag Megh. They practiced night and day for 2 weeks. Tansen told them, you must wait till the lamps start burning and then you start singing. So they had to wait till the lamps would start burning, and as the lamp would burn, they had to start singing Rag Megh so that the rain may fall and he may not burn into ashes. Okay, so for 2 weeks, day and night, both the girls, they practiced. One was the daughter of Tansen, that is Saraswati, and one was Saraswati's friend, Roopwati. The legend goes, legend is a story which is passed on from one generation to the other. So the legend goes that on the appointed day, the whole town assembled to hear Tansen sing Rag Deepak. When he began to sing, the air became warm. Soon people in the audience were bathed in perspiration. They all were sweating as if they were bathing in the sweat that was there. The leaves on the trees dried up and fell on the ground. That was the amount of heat that was produced. As the music continued, birds fell dead because of the heat and the water in the rivers began to boil. The birds, they died because the heat was so much. So they were in the air flying or perched on the trees. They all fell down. And the water in the rivers also began to boil. That was the amount of heat that was produced by the singing of Rag Deepak that was sung by Tansen. People cried out in terror as flames shot up out of nowhere and lighted the lamps. People were terrorized, they were frightened because from nowhere the flames they came up, flames of fire they came up and all the lamps they got lighted up. At once Saraswati and Roopwati began to sing Rag Megh. The sky clouded over and rain came down. Tansen was saved. The story goes that he was very ill after this, and Akbar was sorry that he had caused him so much suffering. He punished Tansen's enemies. When Tansen got well, the entire city rejoiced. Tansen remained Akbar's court singer till 1585 when he died. He composed several new ragas. Tansen's tomb is in Gwalior. It is a place of pilgrimage for musicians because he is one of the most renowned and talented musicians. Now let's do the question answers. Question 1. Why did Swami Haridas say Tansen was talented? Swami Haridas said that Tansen was talented because he perfectly imitated the roaring of a tiger. Question 2. Why did Akbar ask Tansen to join his court? Akbar asked Tansen to join his court because he loved his music and singing. He admired him a lot. Question 3. How do we know that Akbar was fond of Tansen? Give 2 reasons. We know that Akbar was fond of Tansen because number 1, he would ask Akbar to come to his court at any time and sing song for him or play music for him. Number 2, he would go to Tansen's home at any time and would listen to him practicing music there. Next question. What did the other courtiers feel about Tansen? The other courtiers were jealous of Tansen and they wanted to get rid of him. Question 5. What happens if Rag Deepak is sung properly? If Rag Deepak is sung properly, the singer burns into ashes as the air around him becomes really hot. Part 2 of the same question. Why did Tansen's enemies want him to sing the rag? Tansen's enemies wanted him to sing Rag Deepak because they knew that he was really a very good singer, and if he would sing the rag properly, he would burn into ashes and they would get rid of him. Next question. Why did Tansen agree to sing Rag Deepak? Tansen agreed to sing Rag Deepak because he could not disobey the emperor. Next question. What steps did he take to save himself? To save himself, Tansen taught his daughter Saraswati and her friend Roopwati the Rag Megha, and he also instructed them to sing the rag as soon as the lamps lighted, which would bring down rain and thus save him from burning. Okay, did his plan work? How? Yes, the plan worked because as soon as the lamps were lighted there, both of the girls started singing Rag Megh, which brought clouds and rain and saved Tansen. Now it's your homework to find out some musicians, the great musicians of India, what all instrument they played, whether it was vocal or instrumental. You can stick their pictures along with the instruments that they played. For example, Ustad Bismillah Khan played Shehnai, so I would stick a picture of Ustad Bismillah Khan and I would stick a picture of Shehnai. If you're good at drawing, you can even draw. So this is your homework. We will be meeting with some other musical chapter like this one in some other video. Till then, take care.